Hey guys, I'm back with another Boost Box update, so let's get started. So, most of the activity is happening in Scarlet Violet yet again, and actually in early Scarlet Violet, and throughout the videos I usually give you guys the market trends based on, hey, if this continues, this will happen unless something weird happens, and yeah, some weird things happen today. So first on Paldea Evolve, I didn't notice this until I looked at the listing a little more, but 41 boxes from Devastation. I haven't seen the seller before, I believe. Um, Maybe I have, I just don't really remember. But it's listed at 234. So, for Paldea Evolve's recent price rises, some sellers trying to offload a bunch of boxes, and there were actually a bunch of boxes bought yesterday. Like, Paldea was slowing down. Yesterday, the day before, it was like 3 boxes, and it was even at 5 or 6 or 7. I just want to see if most of them are the 233 price or if that was recent. I do see a couple of 233 prices, but it doesn't seem like it's all of them, so it seems like they probably just recently put it up. I do see some over here, so but yeah, 40 boxes is definitely a big resistance point. Yeah, interestingly enough, the demand did go up, and as I said before, Paldea has been going up. It's kind of stopped at 234, but the normal price for Paldea was like 225 or less. About a week ago now, and it's been slowly rising. And then I was like, hey, it's doing like slow and steady. But right now it's kind of sustaining this price, and it's just pretty amazing how like a box that was like 325, like even if you're offloading boxes, the lowest you'll go is about 234. So Paldea is showing pretty strong signs. Yeah, there will be sellers like this every now and then, but the fact that like people are not like just trying to go even lower and lower is like a pretty good sign. And that the fact that we are seeing 14 bucks a day. Obsidian Flames, something new happened. So I did say, I think 215 is about a new high. I think 214 is the previous one. I didn't double check that. Actually, no, 215 was on the 31st. So pretty much in line with its previous high, which was a couple of days ago. The interesting thing is that I said that King's Game is a seller that tends to determine the market ceiling, and they've been 220, but I think that because Obsidian only sold 3 boxes yesterday, there wasn't as much buying activity yesterday. I think King's Game has gotten impatient, and they just kind of moved their prices back to 215. So this is the first time I've seen them lower their prices. Like I've seen them like at like 199, and then they went to like I forgot they went to 220, but they were like 220 before this. And then they lowered their prices to be more in line with things. Otherwise, I thought that like Obsidian could go to 220, but yeah, I guess not. And Devastation appears again at 10 bucks over here, so there's a good amount of competition here for the lowest price boxes. I have a feeling that some of this is just based on like Devastation putting more boxes. I want to see. I didn't really check it. Like they have more stuff here, but yeah, they are starting to affect the market price as well. But still, 215 is a pretty strong price. But yeah, this demand. I've been seeing that with just some other boxes too. Like Paradox. If I look at Paradox, 4 boxes sold yesterday, just like a lot lower than normal. Like it was 15 the day before. I don't really know if like April 2nd was just a slow day or something. It's not like every box. But you see like in Temporal too, like 4 boxes over there. Twilight's been normal. Stellar kind of normal, 7. SV base, 5. So more like this early mid Scarlet Violet era. For Paradox, it's reached 199 might be a new high actually. I think the highest it was 198. 198 was over here. And then for Temporal, the highest was about 199. So they both reached 199 before. And Paradox, I was actually a little surprised it reached 199 because only 4 boxes sold yesterday. And I kind of forget how many boxes were until 199. But I thought it was more than that, but I guess I was wrong. I guess 3 boxes did sell today, so that helps. But yeah, Paradox is looking pretty good at 199. Yeah, Pokemon, I'm pretty sure they're not planning on printing any more booster boxes Paradox Rift. I do see reprints or restocks or whatever Paradox Rift items. Like they're actually like having new items Paradox. But booster boxes, like we're at the point where booster boxes have their own premium compared to loose packs, even though loose packs are already so expensive. But yeah, I'm still waiting for 200. There's still a bunch of listings before we cross like 200. Like there's all these listings over here. Like I see 12 boxes from Fable Hobby, 6 boxes from Seal Investments. So it just takes some time. Temporal Forces, as I said before, like just slow them in. It was yesterday and today, 4 and 3. It went down to 195, but that's only because Evergreen Ball, another seller who's frequently has a couple of boxes, lower price. They have 3 boxes. And after that, it goes back to that's actually $200. So after these 3 boxes, and I see RWT Collective. Oh, Lucky Cats. I like cats. I don't know if I've seen RWT Collectives in other ones. It looks a little familiar. I'm a little surprised I remember some of these sellers sometimes. But yeah, Temporal doing fine. There's only like those couple boxes for sale. The manage is kind of concerning. You do see like over here, it's like the bars are a lot bigger, like 10 or 12, and then with these price increases, it's just been a lot slower. I just want to see if that's like a trend or not. Like Paldea, you see a little bit too. Like lines are a lot thicker here versus here. Temporaries, actually that was Paradox. This is Obsidian. Obsidian, maybe. Let me see the 3-month graph. Yeah, you do see a drop off. Paldea, you do. Yeah, there's a lot more activity before. So I did hear that when it gets warmer, the demand for Pokemon does go down a little bit. Not quite like gonna be for Destined Rivals, but just like people are just gonna start doing other things. Twilight went up to 217, or 218 about, and yeah, a good amount of boxes were bought. 9. I just want to see if there's any. It's going to be about the same. It's kind of stuck at this price point, at this sort of demand level. There's too many boxes. It'll rise at most a little bit, but Twilight I think it should be like a 2 in the 220s or 230s already. It's just really slow. And then Stellar is also kind of stuck. It increased to 209 or 210. So you do see price increases. Like Obsidian went up like $2. A Paradox went up like $5. Twilight went up like $4, and Stellar went up by like $6 versus like Temporal sort of went down by about $3 or $4. But yeah, Stellar with its previous high being about 214, 215. There's just too many boxes. Like I see a bunch of them at like this 210 area. Demand just started to pick up a little more. We had a slow period, and 7. It's a little better than like 30. Surging Sparks, 255. Yeah, the thing just can't go down really. It's always between like 240 and 250 and 260. Usually between 250 and 260. It's kind of crazy how consistent Surging Sparks is. And an SC base, yeah, the demand 5. It's not great, but something. SV base, we are seeing like people are starting to offload more of at those lower prices. You see trade more over here with 10. I was hoping it could cross like the 194 mark, 195. But yeah, there's still this is like 196. This is 195, 196. It's 195. But yeah, with like just these boxes over here, that's like 16 boxes. It's not enough demand to just buy out those boxes in the last day. So we're seeing more boxes that are cheaper today than we did yesterday. And Sword and Shields, like it's definitely the slower thing. I'm sure that like at some point people will shift more attention to Sword and Shields. But yeah, whenever I get optimism for it, it tends to like backtrack a little bit. There were price increases today. We're just gonna go over the important updates. Dark Displays, it went down just like 219, so it went down about $5. Someone just listed another listing. People have been trying to like go for a race to the bottom because there's been no recent sales. Chilling Rain, there's been no recent sales in the short term period in the last couple of days, which is not really good for it. Yeah, the price isn't going down though, which is good. 320, it's still sticking to that 327 mark. So even though no one has been buying lately, I think that some like if this continues, if no seller is willing, it's kind of like a game of chicken. Like who gives it first? Is it the sellers who will say, hey, okay, there's no sales, I will lower my price, or is it the buyers who say, oh, okay, fine, I'll buy at that price, or they're like, oh, if no one's really selling at that price, maybe I should really get in it because maybe it's a good deal. Maybe things are about to change. So that's sort of the mentality. So sticking at 327 is still a good sign despite it not changing in price. There's this picture listing though for this 315 one, so that's a little bit of a discount. Evolving Skies, it's at 1336. It's also kind of sticking to its like 1330ish price, 1340 price. That's also kind of a good sign for it. Like it doesn't have crazy market activity. One box sold yesterday, but it hasn't really been able to stick at these prices for a while. So just like the fact that it's like sticking, and there's only, I mentioned before, there's only so many boxes until 1400. Like right now, there's four. It's like they're like more positive signs of four. For again, for Sword and Shield, like there's so much less buying activity than Scarlet Violet because there's so much less of it. That's and so much more expensive that it's just a little harder for it to move. Fusion Strike, demand is kind of okay. Like it sold two yesterday, but it's still going to take a while to reach 500, which is like the target price that I look at. It did go up though. It went up about. I think there was probably a sale yesterday, but it went back up to 478. Brilliant Stars, the demand has been like a lot better lately. There was like 6 on the 31st and 0 then 5 yesterday. Um, there's still a bunch of boxes before 300 though. So, but if the demand's high enough, like if Brilliant Stars sold 5 boxes a day, it would definitely like raise in price into these this $300 boxes. Unlike Astral, which was doing pretty well, but like it's like recovering a little bit, but still just so slow. So it can't really break like its price points that much. So it's still at 270. Lost Origin went down about $5 to 385. Yeah, there's just a lot of resistance for Lost Origin. People like aren't willing to buy like above like 403. And then Silver Tempest, it went back up to 80, which was its previous high from April 1st, and 2 box sold yesterday, not too bad. And yeah, I think it's a little bit slow moving, just like Paldea, though there's a bunch of 280 boxes right here. But at least it's not going down. And then eventually, it shows a little more momentum than other boxes, even though like it's slow, but slow and pretty steady. And for good reason, people do like Silver Tempest, people do like the Lugia. Alright, that's it for today's video. Thanks guys, bye.